Hey there, guys. In today's episode, we're going to be going through some players, overviewing the team, and then simming up until opening day. So, this is going to be all of the remaining pre game stuff that we need to go through. So, the first thing is, of course, our players. Unsurprisingly, Enriquez is our best guy. We've also got a couple other interesting players here. I think we have built probably one of the best teams in the league at this stage. I definitely think we've got a really good chance to compete year one and hopefully really get some good stuff going for our team. So I think our bullpen is a little bit weak, but we've got some pretty good chemistry. A lot of leaders, but no captains, which is a little discouraging. We do have one spark plug, no bad personality, so I think we're going to be good there. Overall, our rotation, since we got our first scouting update in, is looking a little bit weaker, which is unfortunate, but it's still not a bad rotation. The bullpen's looking a little bit weaker, but it's not terrible. The lineup is looking about the same, honestly. We haven't really had any major wait, that's a major adjustment. Jorge Castillo's catcher ability was well up into like the 70 75 range, but at 65, it's a little bit questionable whether he's even playing for us. Leon Phillips just became easily my favorite to be the starting catcher, so we are going to just swap the two for now. We'll see how it goes down. Having scouting accuracy on low is definitely going to affect us throughout our playthrough, so that's something we'll have to keep in mind here. I think overall we have a very good hitting lineup. The defense is also pretty strong. I'm not too thrilled with Reed at third base, but otherwise, I think we have the right guys at the right positions. We have probably the best defensive center fielder in the game. Obviously, we've got good catching. Our shortstop's not ideal, but he's not bad. So we'll see how that plays out. Far and away, number one prospect core, by the way. The top 100 prospects list, we go to the minor league system report, 440 points. No one's above really 150. So we are going to have a really bright future, which is really what we were going for, anyways. So we'll see how that goes. The staff is something we're going to definitely need to keep our eyes on. So, fortunately, we actually have some pretty good staff here. Oh, shoot, that's not what I wanted. What the heck? I've never seen just your team before, so that's strange. Our bench coach is really good. He is also legendary at teaching catchers, which is what we want to see. He handles development and mechanics really well, which is important, of course. I don't love him, but he's solid. Our pitching coach is legendary at pitching. Our hitting coach is legendary at hitting. Those are the only things that really matter there. Our first base coach teaches the things he needs to very well, and our third base coach teaches a few things well, which should work pretty good. Our scouting director is highly favored tools and is pretty solid overall. I'm happy with him. Our trainer is also really good overall. We're looking Rick Jameson territory with that. So I set our scouting budget to this, but actually considering that scouting accuracy is lower, I'm going to take 5% clip out of international and stow it into MLB. Also 2% off amateur and put it into minors. It's going to be very tough to get a good read on players, and I definitely think that's going to affect our gameplay significantly. I'm actually going to do this here as well. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how we work around this, but overall, that's what we're looking at. Our owner is really just not great. He's not terrible, but he's not great. As far as our finances, we have, and I set this myself to most realistically match the real world, a great market size because Phoenix is actually a pretty large city. We have above average fan loyalty and really high fan interest as well because we have built a pretty good team to start with. So we also have a lot of money to work with. Really, the only player in any kind of a contract is our second baseman, Jared Gray, making $8.5 million for 2 seasons. The only other player in any kind of a contract is George Hill on $3.5 million for 2 years, and then everybody else is in arbitration or pre-arbitration. Players we're going to probably look at extending include Midarez and Collier. we're going to do those today, looking at some of these extensions. Definitely guys like Geyer as well. Although I do want more accurate reads on some of them before we hand out massive extensions. Enriquez is definitely getting his payday. We want to get him locked up very soon. And yeah, we're going to look at a lot of that stuff today as well. Another thing we're going to want to do is go over some of the amateur players. That's the first thing we're going to do here. Um, we're going to be going through the college leagues and some of the international leagues, looking at some of the players that might potentially make our team one day. So first, we're going to look at the Division One college baseball league. This is all college players, and the first thing we see, oops, is a ridiculously good starting pitcher. Brad Farashi would probably be the #1 prospect in baseball right now. He's got 2, 3 years before he's eligible for the draft, but holy cow, he's good. Fastball, curveball, changeup, splitter, lots of control as well. He's adaptable. He's got stamina. That velocity will probably go up. I'm really liking him. A couple other pitchers. Oh wait, all pitchers. That would explain a lot of things why we didn't have hitters at the top. Right below him is center fielder Mike Christian. Good range, definitely sufficient to play center field, and a pretty interesting all-around batting profile. I like him. I think he's an interesting draft pick as well to target. We've got a hitter here, first baseman Roberto Montes, who I'm liking a lot. This is an outstanding batting profile, and I definitely think he's going to be our target in his draft class. He's just really good. We've got another pitcher here, Jay Riggenberg. Lots of really interesting prospects here. Definitely going to need to keep our eyes peeled in these drafts. Really like this guy's batting profile as well. Lots of great players. This guy is really more of a second baseman, maybe shortstop. I don't know why he's at third base. All right, now on to our Division II college baseball. See who we've got here. Not quite as high on the quality which you'd expect, but there is still an elite pitcher here. 70-70 on the stuff and control, curveball and forkball with the fastball, circle changeup that's probably not going to develop. He's also a few years off, but an interesting player to keep an eye on. Josh Pena, this guy is probably a better center fielder than the other player, and he's got a pretty solid batting profile as well. Not as well rounded, but very nice contact abilities, and he will be one to keep an eye on. Another center fielder here. This guy's got an interesting batting profile. We got a pitcher. I don't like this guy as much. Third, ooh, that guy's disgusting. That pitcher isn't very good either. Yeah, these are just some really inefficiently built players compared to the Division One players who were all really good. Okay, here's a solid player, and he's got a slider too. So Brian Simon will probably be a player to keep an eye on. I'm going to shortlist him as a little bit of a value guy, maybe in the later first round. Yeah, he could be good. And Trevor Torrey. He's not bad. 3 pitches, one of them's a slider, so we'll probably keep our eyes on him, but I don't want to shortlist him for the moment. Now into our Division III college baseball, which is junior college. And we have really only one super. Ooh, this is questionable. He's got a really good fastball, a middling curveball, and a questionable changeup. I don't even know if that's going to get him out of the super high home run rates that come with a 2 pitch guy. He is pretty high on the stamina, but I'm not so sold on him. Center fielder Tim Carpenter, he's got power, but again, it's an inefficient profile. It's not going to play very well. And an inefficient profile, it's not going to play very well. A really inefficient profile and personality, it's not going to play well. And this guy's actually really good. I like Mike Murray here. He could be a left fielder. I really like this batting profile. Nice, well-rounded. A little higher on the power, but that's fine. And pretty solid personality. I think he's definitely got a very good thing going on there as well. So let's check out some of these high schools. This is really where we're going to expect our top end talent, and here it is. First guy, oh, never mind. But seriously though, 85 power is just insane. If this guy is anything like, okay, these are two starkly different profiles. What even is this? OSA and our scout strongly disagree on what he's going to play out to be, and 90 power on the next guy. So, yeah, that's interesting. And 85 power. It's all these high power players in high school at 85 power, 90 power. And I bet this guy's got power. Yep, he's power heavy. Better rounded, but still power heavy. And another power hitter. And look at that, a power hitter. And a power hitter. And finally, a pitcher. And this pitcher's actually pretty good. Stuff and control with a slider. Really good personality. Like, really good personality. That gets a short list. Oh, hey, look. A power hitter. Real surprise. And a power hitter. 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 And that pitcher wasn't very good. And a power hitter. And a power hitter. And a power hitter. And a mediocre pitcher. And a power hitter. And oh wait, this guy's kind of balanced. That's the first guy I wouldn't call a pure power hitter in this whole draft class. And a power hitter. And a power hitter. And a power hitter. Every single hitter is a power hitter. What is the deal? Do people have any kind of contact? Okay, there's some guys, but look, that guy's a power hitter. This is probably the best pure contact hitter out of all of these not freshmen, high schoolers. This guy's not too bad either. He could potentially end up at second base. Actually, I'm going to shortlist him. I really like. Oh, wait, this isn't the guy, was it? It was this guy. I really like this profile for 2.5 stars. This is just sad. Honestly, this is like, wow, everybody is a power hitter. Okay, this guy is also getting a short list. Wow, that is just what the heck is going on? Even OSA thinks everybody is a power hitter. I think we both like this guy a little bit, so I'll shortlist him. He's not a power hitter. This guy's not a power hitter, but almost everybody and every single good player is a power hitter. I do not get this at all. Here we go. OSA thinks he's a well-rounded batter. I think we do as well, so. Aha! Oh, wait, but he's going to be a first baseman. Yeah, that's disappointing. This is just unbelievable that every single person pretty much in this high school circuit is a power hitter. Please tell me. Please tell me that this circuit has balanced players. Power hitter. Power hitter. Power hitter. Power hitter. Oh, thank goodness this guy's balanced-ish. This guy's actually really good too. He's a high school junior, so we'll probably see him at the draft in a year. He's really well developed for a high schooler. He could play left field very well with that range, and he's got a great batting profile. So, yeah, I like him. But he's still a power hitter. Power hitter. Power hit. What? 95 power? Things are getting out of hand here. Power hitter. Power hitter. But also kind of interesting. I'll shortlist him. Power hitter. Power hitter. Power hitter. Power hitter, but also still kind of interesting. Power hitter, but again, also kind of interesting. Not a good pitcher. Not a good pitcher. A power hitter. Hey, look, his name is Trout. Power hitter. Power hitter. Power hitter. Power hitter. What is this? Honestly, every single high schooler is a power hitter. Bet you he's a power hitter. 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 As somebody who does not really like power, this just brings me sheer pain. And finally, it's a good player who's not a raw power hitter. I That's just so good. This guy's a little bit questionable, but also could be really good, so I'm going to shortlist him. Power hitter. Power hitter. Power hitter. 100 grade power. Power hitter. Power hitter. Power hitter. Actually, this guy's a good pitcher. Hey, another non-power hitter, and this guy's solid. Power hitter. Power hitter. Power hitter. I'm so disappointed. Bet you he's a power hitter. He's a power hitter, but his contact is high enough that I will consider it because with that much power and a decent level of contact, that's just gonna be wow. Power hitter. Power hitter. I 80 to be specific. That is an I. Off the charts I. So many walks will he draw. Ooh, solid guy. Also power hitter, but solid. Oops. Power hitter, power hitter. Shortlisted. I liked him. Power hitter. Power hitter. I'm honestly thinking this guy might be worth drafting and converting to first base. Power hitter. Power hitter. Not a power hitter, but also terrible. Power hitter. I do not think we're going to be drafting a large number of high scores. They're overwhelmingly power hitters. All right, let's check out this Chinese baseball league. Oh, wow. Holy cow, they have some talent. Holy cow. These are not relative ratings. And I have purchased players on. We're going to be trading for some cash. And we are going to be buying some guys. Oh my god. This guy is 23. He's insane. And he's not a bad fielder. And they've got a whole bunch of players in this league. Look at this guy. He would be the ace of our staff. He's 26. This guy's 21, and he would be the ace of our staff. I'm gonna cry. This is outstanding. We're gonna just trade for a whole bunch of money, and we are gonna scoop up every single player of talent in this league, because there are a lot of them. This league may actually have more talented players than our league does. This is just ridiculous. I am in awe. How does this actually compare to our league? Favorably, I think they might actually be better right now. No, they're a little bit worse. It's very close, though, and they have a lot of good players. We are so, So capitalizing on this league's talent. That is wow. Okay, we're coming back to that. The Indian Baseball League also. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He might be splitting, but he's still good against lefties. Oh, oh my goodness. I just found our new superstar center fielder. That guy, that, what? And then there's another one. We could build our whole outfield from these leagues. We could build all our teams. And this guy's 24? Oh man, what is up with this talent? Oh, this is just ridiculous. Well, I don't even think we need to draft because we could just buy all our players from the Indian and Chinese leagues. That's, oh my gosh. I am stunned by how good these players are. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, next league. South American. Not quite as good, but they've got some players. This guy would be an upgrade over Steve. He's 41, but he's still an upgrade over Steve Reed. 23-year-old shortstop, way better than our current guy. I don't think there's any question that we're getting this dude. OSA likes him just as much. Yeah, we're buying him. How much? 2 million for players from this league? I do genuinely think we're just gonna sell all our players for cash and start purchasing because there there are some ridiculous players out here. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. 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 Next league, the Middle Eastern Baseball League. And what do you know? They've got some elite talent here too. This is, you could build with these international leagues an insane team. And that's exactly what we're going to do. It's going to be very difficult to figure out exactly which players we are going to be buying. How much is it to buy players from this league? 2 million as well. Okay. I just cannot believe how insane the talent from these leagues is. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable stuff. This guy, how much is he going to be? $1 million for this pitcher? He's the ace of our staff when we buy him. If assuming we were just to buy him, he would be the ace of our staff. And dang, and this guy, he's got a slider too. Wow. I'm saying wow a lot, but really just unbelievable. It's going to be so easy with all this stuff to field a ridiculously elite team. The European Baseball League is hot garbage, and they've still got players like this. How much does it cost? $200,000 to buy this type of player. This is. I did not expect players to generate anywhere near this well for the other leagues. I don't know why they did, but I'm stunned to find that they are so impressive. and a lot of really good pitchers here in the Mexican League. How much does it cost to buy somebody from here? Oh, it's still 5 million for Mexico. Okay, so Mexico is actually a higher quality league. That's going to be more expensive, and they don't have nearly as Alex Rodriguez, the center field prospect. Yep, coming up through the Mexico League systems. But yeah, there are some very, very impressive leagues. Wait, Pacific League. Oh, I set them to be major league leagues rather than international leagues. That's why they're so good. Okay, I did not know that it would do this. Yeah, that's something to keep in mind for the future, for sure, because these leagues should not be this ridiculous. It's going to be processed, but we are going to find and purchase the best players, and our team is going to be crazy good. How much does it cost to buy from Russia? 200,000. Yeah, I I'm probably gonna mess around with some of the talent levels of these leagues so that they're not as broken going forwards. We definitely do not want elite players just costing $200,000 to pick up. That's a little bit excessively good, but we'll figure it out. I definitely think there's a balance to be had and a lesson to be learned from my mistake here. And we are going to reap the rewards of it in the meantime. Because there are just so many good players. I think we finally found one league that's not as broken as all the others. The Caribbean League is relatively weak. But they do still have this center fielder who is he's not a center fielder, but he's a very good hitter. $100,000 for this pitcher. Yeah, well, it's going we're gonna need to get started pretty much immediately figuring out who we're gonna buy. And yeah, that's all of the leagues. So we'll start by going through the cheapest leagues and finding the obvious buy players. So we'll start with the independent leagues. And I'll do position players first. So we got a second baseman here. He's a prankster. He's got a pretty good batting profile. He's definitely a good all-around hitter. He's 22. He's got okay defense for second base. I don't love it, but he's an option. I don't think he's an instantaneous purchase player, but we will shortlist him. Actually, we're going to create a new shortlist for this international player purchases. I don't think this guy's on the table. He's got good range and he hits well overall, but he's got a bad personality, and we've seen better options in other leagues. Don't like that guy. Okay, you know what? We're probably going to buy some of the players that I'm saying I don't like just so we can sell them, but we're not going to buy them right now. Do not like that guy. This guy has a really good fielding profile, so I will shortlist him, but I'm not going to purchase him right now. I don't know how I feel about that, dude. I'm not even gonna bother looking at older players, actually. Ooh, you know what? We can probably find some guys with really good catcher ability in these international leagues. Let's look for that next, actually. I'm curious if this league has anybody with really good catcher ability. I got some 70s, but nothing ridiculous. We'll do that later. I think for now we'll just look for everything else and then we'll do catchers last. I don't see anyone in this league that I am like, we have to have them now. I really do like this guy, and for $200,000, I don't see why we would buy somebody with this batting profile and good enough defense to be a solid corner. I'm not sure if he's actually going to stick around or if we're going to trade him, but for 200,000, there's no question that we're purchasing him. Hold it, I actually want to see what OSA thinks of his profile. They don't like him nearly as much with the bat, but they like him a lot better with the defense. I think we're going to need to start scouting players before we buy them. He's obviously going to be worth it either way, but still, I definitely want either OSA to agree or we need to scout the players before purchasing them. I think this guy's good, but also there are better options. Wait, we already looked at this league, didn't we? I could have sworn. This looks very familiar. Oh, wait, we're not looking at the actual players from the CBL, though. Are we? We are, huh? I thought we were looking at the independent leagues already. What? What? I am confused. Okay. Well, yeah, that's strange, but okay. Ooh, this guy has quite the batting profile. I don't know why he's set at first base. He does seem to be a quarter outfielder. He's a lefty with minimal splits, and wow, can he hit. So we're purchasing him for sure. Oh shoot, I should have checked his batting profile from OSA, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I'm sure he's good. Oops, did not want to check the old guy. We want to check primarily younger players for now. I don't think anyone further down than this is going to be particularly exciting. So, next to the South American Baseball League, or was this also one of the more expensive leagues to purchase from? Ooh, this guy. Don't know if he's a first baseman or not, but he can hit. I'm shortlisting him. He's also a fan favorite, which is really good. I don't want to buy him just straight out, but he's definitely somebody we're going to acquire, I think. Do not like that profile. Why is this guy at first base? He's a third baseman without question. I'm not liking most of these players, actually. Here we go. This guy could be an option. Or not. I'm not sure. Yeah, okay. On to the next league here. The Pacific League. This league should be relatively cheap to purchase from, I think. right? I like this third baseman. Okay, $1 million. I think that's a fair point. Wait, we're going cheapest though, so we'll go to the European League next. This guy is really good. It is a shame that he's already 41. I do still think we'll buy him, but not to play for us. This guy's definitely getting shortlisted. He's center fielder quality. Outstanding batting profile. OSA likes him quite a bit as well. And another one. This guy OSA likes even better. Yeah, they like his range even more. And he is also really fast, which I like. Rangy second base, but I like that. Whether or not we buy him will depend very heavily on whether his batting profile is what OSA thinks or what we think. So I'm going to add him to that short list. He is also a spark plug. That guy's an interesting prospect, but I also don't know how many prospects we want to purchase or if we want to let them develop in their systems. Ooh, this guy has quite the batting profile and personality. Definitely shortlisting him. All right, on to the next league here. I think this league was not too expensive to buy from. This guy really has quite an eye. Now, this league's $1 million. Are there any hundreds of thousands cost leagues here left? Aside from Russia, which is pretty pitcher heavy, it seems. Yeah, I think we'll go to the millions now. So we'll start with South Africa, or maybe they're in the hundreds of thousands for price. Yeah, they're 500K, so that's gonna be the cheapest at this point, probably. We already took a look at them though, didn't we? And that's why we got to that guy. Okay. So on to the North Africa Baseball League. It's unfortunate that their hitters seem to be pretty old because they are pretty good. I don't see anyone here that I would consider a must grab at the moment. This league also seems underwhelming. There's a ton of pitching options, but not nearly as many elite hitter options from the cheaper leagues. We're almost certainly going to have to go to China and India for our top tier hitters. Why did I keep thinking that guy was an outfielder? I think this guy could be on the table. I think this guy's worth a shortlist, but this league does seem to be relatively underwhelming on the hitter front as well. Ooh, OSA likes him even better. Definitely worth a shortlist for that. This guy is very interesting. This guy too. Lots of interesting players defensively from this league. Ooh, this guy's a pretty solid hitter. If he's what OSA thinks, he's definitely not worth purchasing here, though. Another really interesting hitter, but this guy's also good enough defensively to play center field if needed. So we will shortlist him. All right, well, I don't see anybody who's like a must buy here. So now we're going to go over to India and China and find the must buys. This center fielder is an absolute must buy. There's no question about it. I want to. I don't think we actually need to make sure. We should have the 3 billion right now. He is coming over to the U.S. immediately. Even if he's just what OSA thinks he is, he's still a ridiculously elite player that's gonna absolutely rake. He's got high work ethic and intelligence as well. Actually, I want to check his counterpart here and see which one we want to buy first. Yeah, I think probably this guy. Because OSA likes his batting profile more. He is also a righty, which helps. He's not going to be a center fielder with us, but he could be a second baseman, honestly. All right, here's what we're going to do. I will identify players that we want to pick up here off stream or off video, and I will do the international thing mostly myself in terms of handling all that because it's going to take me a while to think things through. Yeah, I definitely am gonna want to put a lot of thought into how we're gonna spend 5 million at a time because these are not cheap players, but they are going to completely alter our franchise. We're gonna be unbelievably dominant from the get-go after picking up all these insanely talented players. So yeah, that's gonna be a thing. Now, as for our team ourselves, oh, and because I want to do that, I don't think we're gonna be uh, going to opening day today because that's just such a huge thing to take into account there. So we will definitely need to reassess the situation. I will do whatever I can to free up money and get cash together. I will take on terrible contracts and I will make sure I can buy the best players. When we get on to the next video, this team is going to be stacked and it's going to be very fun. So I'll get to you guys on the next one where we have remade this team and it's going to be great. I'm really interested to see where we could go under the circumstance of this league. So I will fiddle with some stuff and I'll see you guys later.